So every time I pull out this iPhone 15 Pro Max or my 15 Pro to record any type of video or snap any type of photos with their camera hardware, with their camera software, and just with their camera in general, I'm highly impressed. Hands down the best camera on any smartphone of 2023. But it doesn't stop there. You have iOS 17 in combination with this device, that A17 Pro chip, that literally all bundles up for the best user experience of any iPhone to date that I've ever used. And I say that with confidence. Let's get into the video. Let's go inside. Let's talk. I'm gonna show you guys more from this camera. I'm gonna show you guys more from this phone. I'm gonna show you guys why this month with the iPhone 15 Pro Max and 15 Pro has been absolutely nothing short of phenomenal. YouTube! It's 1 month later, and boy has it been an experience for the iPhone 15 Pro Max and iPhone 15 Pro coming to market. For some better than others, and for me, I'm gonna tell you exactly how it's been in this video. But before I continue, 15 Pro owners and 15 Pro Max owners, hit the comment section down below right now. Let the people know exactly how your user experience has been to date, because we got some things to clarify. But before we go there, let's start here. The weight reduction matters, especially for my no case, bare bones iPhone users. And in combination with that, the road edges, the comfortable handheld holding this device for this previous month, like significantly, has improved the iPhone experience. The heavy weighted 14 Pro Max, give me 1 second, let's get. The heavy weighted 14 Pro Max and 13 Pro Max design with the stainless steel and sharp edges. It was nice, it's a hefty premium build. But in the slight refinement of rolling these edges and reducing the weight of this, Apple has tremendously improved the user experience. I'm being like for real right now, you guys. Believe me when I say there ain't no fanboy goodness going on over here. This is legit real. We hold these devices in our hands. We put these devices in our pockets. We use these devices every day, and we know what it's like to live with these larger phones. And speaking of that, something I gotta give flowers to real quick. I know I'm just jumping here to there. The 15 Pro is the perfect size iPhone. I just wish that we could pack everything from the 15 Pro Max into this, because this, from an everyday user experience with the weight reduction, the rounded goodness in the hands, honestly feels the best. I just gotta point that out there. But there are trade-offs with the 15 Pro versus the 15 Pro Max. We gotta just keep it a buck right now. Now, another thing I really have to give light to in this month that I appreciate as someone who uses every single iPhone year after year, listen, the RAM management improvement is so significant. By Apple finally raising the amount of RAM in here, it is managing as it has never had before. What is RAM management, CJ? Think like this. You're on TikTok, you watching something, oh, you get interrupted, you gotta go do something. You know what I mean? Your timer went off, you just forgot, yo, the oven's still on and your fries or your veggie burger is cooking. You about to nuke it, right? You press pause on that TikTok, you close out of that app, you run, you go hit the oven, right? You pulling out, you know, your Cajun veggie burger and those Cajun fries. Cajun folks know what's up, you know what I mean? A little, it's still edible, but you know, it's gonna have a little crunch and a little flavor that's other than what you were expecting, right? All right, back. You come back to your phone, you forget you was on TikTok. Then you jump into IG. You know, this is real life. This is how it goes. Oh, I'm checking some YouTube comments. I'm replying to the trolls, or I'm resisting the urge to. You know what I mean? I'll go do something else. Next thing I know, I'm like, oh, I remember the video I was watching on TikTok. So I'll go into my iPhone. I'm going to reopen TikTok, and I'm going to be able to press play and continue the video that I was watching when I pressed pause. That's ideal RAM management. That's one of the things that I couldn't stand in previous with certain apps on social media, especially with the iPhone. And because I use everything and have Android devices that have had 12 gigabytes of RAM, sometimes even more, you understand the value of RAM management. And finally, on the iPhone, it's at or close to the caliber of the large RAM capacities with Android. And I'm so grateful of this. Now, Instagram, listen, you can't fix Instagram. I hate that algorithm. They're always refreshing on you. But in other apps, like TikTok and so forth, maybe Twitter, you can come back and pick up where you left off. Generally. Now, if it's been too long and you've done some other tasks where that RAM is in need versus, you know what I mean? Like I was just doing some heavy recording earlier on ProRes and all that stuff. Listen, that RAM's gonna be wiped. So there's certain occasions, but in general, what I've noticed this month for sure is the RAM management, and I love it. Now that's gonna lead me into the next topic around these devices. The controversy surrounding these and me sending a warning to you to not be fooled by the sensationalism. Everyone's looking for their viral video. Everyone's looking for their high view count and high AdSense check on this platform. So understand that when a few of these devices or a few users in comparison to the large users that weren't having said, heating issues, which were all software based and app based, it was being blown out of proportion. Okay, we've gotten past that. Apple released a software update. And then there's questions to the durability. Well, I found some videos that attest to the durability of these devices, and I believe it because I haven't had any issues. I've dropped this 15 Pro, and I believe I've dropped the 15 Pro as well. And as you guys can see, 1 month later, not much has changed. And yes, I use my devices without a case. But the controversy obviously hasn't stopped there, right? I mean, every year there's Apple haters and sensational content creators that want to get the click. There's been some reports of possible burn-in. Now, here's the funny thing. Most of those reports are with users using the beta software, public beta of 17.1, and not the actual, 17.0.3 that everyone else is using. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And the second thing is Apple has already addressed it, that it will be corrected in the 17.1 software update that's coming. They've already found the bug, which is in a beta version, which is why you don't always go beta, and they're correcting it. So the public, you guys will not be affected by this unless you run around on beta, and it's only a possibility. This is not widespread. I just wanted to put that out there to set you at ease. Boy, has it been a rough start to the 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max. And that's why I'm like here just trying to let people know that I've literally had the best iOS and iPhone experience on the 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max to date. And let me explain more as to why this month has actually been that positive. USB-C. Now some people screwing up their face, USB-C on iPhone, it's not trivial. We didn't even get fast charging. Now, I agree. These devices, they charge pretty slow, right? Some people suspected, hey, we was getting USB-C, we'll get faster charging. Not the case. I don't know if it's about battery degradation or whatnot, but from the research that I've done, I don't know if fast charging affects the battery enough for it to be, taken to that precaution. So no, we don't have super fast charging because of USB-C. But what we do have is a fully unlocked USB-C port on these devices. Like literally, there's so many things you can plug into this very USB-C port. We talking about SSDs, card readers, PS5 controllers via USB-C, cameras, audio interfaces, hubs, monitors, and the list goes on. There's a bunch of videos out there showing you a ton of accessories being plugged into this USB-C port and it working shockingly so, shockingly well. Everyone's already talking about how Apple, locks everything up. Well, the USB-C is wide open, player, and it is nice to see it because it's a breath of fresh air. We finally can have less cables, and the fact that you can use a ton of USB-C accessories and monitors and expand your user experience with this smartphone beyond the typical is why this is one of the, if not is the best iPhone and iOS experience to date. I'm using Thunderbolt cables to pull off these large ProRes ProLog videos, and I'm getting them off fast. And notice I said Thunderbolt cables because, the regular USB-C cable that you get with these phones won't do it. But if you know, you know. And now you know. Now, moving on from the USB-C, I want to talk about gaming for a second. I'm not a major mobile gamer. And part of the reason is I gotta have a PS5 for that, or Xbox Series X, or a gaming PC. But mobile gaming is the largest gaming section of all gaming. There's more people partaking in mobile gaming than console and PC many times over. So we gotta give respect to the gaming performance of the iPhone 15 Pro Max and 15 Pro. And it's largely due to the A17 Pro chip that's in here, giving an extra core of GPU performance versus last year. And what did I do? I booted up some Call of Duty Mobile because I play COD on my gaming PC in a more competitive fashion. And I was cooking. I literally synced up my PS5 controller. I put this bad boy on my MagSafe charger, had it in landscape, and the player was cooking. And it was actually fun. So I might become a part of that mobile gaming community. And having a device like this, you don't have to worry about your performance, your speed, your accuracy, your competitive edge. Because when you play online with other players, it's your internet connection, number one, okay? And then number two, it's how fast your system can process what's going on and send it back out. That's the competitive edge. And the iPhone is no secret to having the highest, on paper, tech specs, Geekbench scores of all devices. Now, I think Samsung is the only one in the GPU area that may have had slight performance above it. But in the CPU performance, no other device is touching the 15 Pro Max. And the GPU performance is not far enough behind for it to be a deciding factor. So if you take that higher CPU performance, very darn good GPU performance, and that collective right there equals the overall best gaming performance and just raw power performance of any smartphone on the market. So for my people out there who are mobile gaming and who are a part of that large community, this is a device that you can enjoy gaming on without a doubt. And it's no secret, iPhones have always been touted as some of the best mobile gaming devices in the market. So am I saying anything new? I'm just saying it's better than what we knew. Carry on. Now, this is for my people who have never had an iPhone and may be wondering, are the OLED panels on iPhones good? Matter of fact, they're great. Color accuracy, screen brightness. It was the brightest display, in the top flagship market until the Pixel 8 Pro just came out and, smoked everybody with 2400 nits. I mean, hey. But the iPhone isn't that far behind with its 2000 nit screen, which you can see in direct sunlight without any issue. But really where it shines is when you watch high quality, high dynamic range footage. Look at this quality. Look at this color representation. Look at this HDR video on the iPhone. All right, it's nothing new. They've always been good as far as the displays. And, the Samsung people are going to tell you, hey, Samsung manufactured them. They got to always throw that in there. But neither here nor there, at the end of the day, these panels on this device equal a great user experience. For those who don't know, I'm just educating people who don't know. I got to let them know. Color accuracy is crazy on these. And here's the key, too, to these OLED panels that some other devices get it wrong at. When you're recording video and what you see on your display screen and what you see when you go upload it to your computer, it's what you see. Now, I'm not going to throw any other brands under the bus, but I will say there are other brands out there that when you look at your photo and video results in the display versus when you go offload to the computer or look at the real photo, it's not the same. That's one of those things with the P3 gamut and with the settings that this display is calibrated to and the image processing that it's producing shine, especially amongst professionals and people who require color accuracy in video and photo. All right, let's talk about it. Battery life over the month. Now, it's a month later. No more AI excuses and whatnot. The battery that we're getting is the battery that we're getting. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you know about my battery, but I want you to go ahead and hit the comment section down below and comment on your battery, whether it's the 15 Pro or the 15 Pro Max. Now, the 15 Pro, let's start here. Smaller phone, smaller battery, a lot of junk in the trunk, a lot cooking in this kitchen, a lot to drain a battery, which means this battery right here, you can cook this battery. I didn't cook this battery so quick on many occasions, especially when I'm doing like ProRes log recording, FaceTiming a bunch. Oh boy, this battery right here can leave a lot to be desired for some users. I won't even lie. But in general, it's been a solid, decent battery. It's like fair battery life. Yeah, we're gonna put it in the category of fair battery life. It's not phenomenal. It's not outrageous. It's fair. And why is that? It's a pro phone and a small body with a smaller battery. What more could we ask for other than like what I said earlier? If we could get, I don't know, a larger battery somehow when this double stack technology comes out to where we can increase the milliampage without having to increase the battery size, that type of technology is going to change the game for a device like this, because this is the perfect size device, in my opinion. Now, when we get into this 15 Pro Max, this is the battery life that most people like to talk about and compare other devices to. This is top tier battery right here. A lot of people are concerned year over year from 14 Pro Max to 15 Pro Max. Listen, man, we talking tit for tat. You splitting hairs there, because we getting so much more horsepower, so much more performance, so much more brightness, so much more in these phones. More required battery, same size. Small increase. We got a small increase this year, to be fair. So the battery life out of the 15 Pro Max, I'm satisfied. I'm cooking. I don't feel any different than I did with my 14 Pro Max, so I'm chilling. And let me be clear, I could cook this battery as well too. Apple ProRes login 422 or 444, oh, I'm cooking this battery. FaceTiming with my bros Terry and C Kid for hours and hours, oh, I'm cooking this battery. But just like you would any other phone. So, what's the verdict? Great battery life out of the 15 Pro Max. Should I say great? Yes, I'm gonna say great. And fair to good battery life out of the 15 Pro. If you require battery, but you don't want to carry a large phone, get this and get, hold on, this. Oh yeah, you can't get that, right? Hold on. Get this. There's a smaller version, by the way. If you haven't watched my top accessory video, I show everything. Things like that are how you eliminate the compromise. All right, one of my favorite topics around the 15 Pro Max is cameras. This is a year for the 15 Pro Max. Photos, video, I'm gonna say it now. It's the best camera. I think I already said it in this video, right? I'm gonna say it again. The best camera and image processing of any smartphone. Now, you might see better photos come out of the Pixel here and there, possibly, in comparison. Can't be mad at that. Okay. You might have an arguable bias to favor Samsung's video quality out of the S23 Ultra, and I won't blame you because it's phenomenal. But when we talk about the collective, the well-roundedness in this camera housing and in its, auto camera app, someone just pick it out, point and shoot. Pixel's good at that. I gotta give them props. S23 Ultra, not as good at that. Gotta be real. This right here is just well-rounded, complete. The Pixel, video is better, but you feel me? You see? But here, you can snap photos, you can shoot video, and I can recommend it. So let me show you what I'm talking about.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch.
All right, guys, so as you guys can see, I just added some APR carbon fiber bits under the hood. We got the engine cover, and then we have the cold air intake, which this cover is removable, so you can do open air. I'll have a video about this intake coming soon to the channel for those of you who may want to know about it. Carbon fiber there, a little carbon fiber here. So as you guys can see, the quality that you get out of the iPhone in current date's age is literally vlog camera usable. 100,000%. You know that phrase that every creator would say for beginner creators, just use your phone? Well, now it's more evident than ever before that you can actually do that and literally get some heat. All right, so what you guys are seeing is the 5X telephoto lens on the 15 Pro Max. Unfortunately, with the 15 Pro, you only get the 3X, which is the typical 3X telephoto. This is the new 5X telephoto that you get with the Pro Max. I just want to show you guys the quality. I got ND filters. I'm using a pro camera app, controlling every single setting. And right now the sun just poked out, so my settings may be off or they may be intact. That's the other thing when you don't use auto, you are in control. So if it's messed up, it's on you. And if it looks good, it's because of you. and the hardware and software, of course. Okay, so when it comes to the front-facing camera, you can also do ProRes log. Now, I'm no longer using the Blackmagic camera app. I don't have ND filters for this front-facing camera. I'm actually using the N camera app from Apple because I figured it would do, all of the cranking and, adjustments necessary to get an ideal picture out of this front-facing camera. Now, I'm also standing in the shade right now, and then I'm gonna switch into the sun. Okay, so now as you guys can see, I'm in direct sunlight. I'm using the front-facing camera in the camera app the same way, letting it do its thing auto, but the only difference is we are in ProRes log, which I absolutely love. Shout out to Apple, man. Shout out to Tim Apple and his crew over there. They putting down and putting out some heat. All right, you guys, so right now I am using the rear camera wide angle lens in ProRes log in the Blackmagic camera app, so I get pro settings, in a noisy environment. So I'm I had to secure the audio, but hands down the camera system, camera processing with Apple log and ProRes is the best video quality of any smartphone on the market. It's not even arguable at this point. It's literally just facts. This thing is absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to show you guys some super fire content and visuals. I just put some carbon fiber bits under the engine bay on the car. I'll get you guys some shots of that. But, it's interesting because the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, the launch started off a little rocky because of, the sensational content out there that may have caught you and may have slightly detoured you from what is arguably one of, if not the best, iPhone iOS experience to date. The design, even though according to the snobs wasn't much, it actually is a lot. The rounded edges, the titanium finish, obviously it's an aluminum chassis for the majority, the new action button, which is absolutely useful in my use case since I use the shortcuts. If you haven't seen my videos in previous past, I debunked a lot of this sensational content, as well as I showed you guys how to build a action shortcuts menu, which makes the action button extremely useful. And with that being said, I want to show you guys some more from this camera, and I want to sit down and talk to you guys face to face, and let's just get real, because 1 month later with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and this is honestly my favorite iPhone to date. All right. You cannot tell me that footage and those photos are not fire. It's to the point, man, I was looking for vlog cameras. I've been trying to find the best small compact vlog camera, and it's been in production all along, and it's finally here in the form of a 15 Pro Max or a 15 Pro. And all I have to do is just use this. But there's another level to it. A case like this, with a magnetic filter like this, with a variable ND filter like this, you can't touch me. Oh. All right, I'm having fun, you guys. I'm sorry. I like technology, okay? Can you blame me? It's pretty awesome. And I like all phones, but I also like iPhones. I'm sorry, that makes you mad and upset, because I'm smiling. Why you typing? Are you mad? Why? When I have joy and I give flowers to the S23 Ultra, I love that phone. Well, nobody mad and typing. When I talk about the Pixel and how great that software experience is, wasn't nobody mad and typing. But when I talk about an iPhone and iOS and how great the experience is, oh, you typing right now if you haven't already. So, best in class cameras. Best in class. I'm sorry, I'm trolling the the haters. So if you can't tell by now, my user experience with the 15 Pro and the 15 Pro Max has been great. It's been phenomenal. These are great phones. I can't just sit here and try to detour you. With some cons, CJ, I got petty cons. I want a native pro video app. I don't want to have to use the Blackmagic camera app, although I appreciate what Blackmagic created because it's super fire. But I think with Apple knowing that that's there, what's the incentive for them to do it? Do it, Tim. Okay? Oh, I just want to be able to control my grid a little more. I want to be able to, place my apps. Hold on, let me unlock this. down at the bottom, not at the top, so I can reach easier. Speaking of doing, the physical gymnastics with this device, because it's lighter and it's easier on the pinky, since it doesn't have that sharp stainless steel, like, jarring edge. My pinky little vibe right there, I'm good. My pinky love me right now. And that's real. It's just the collective, you guys. Like, all of these phones are so great nowadays, like for real. And the 15 Pro and the 15 Pro Max are just even greater. All my people who are actually shopping these devices, who are actually looking to buy them and not just here to troll and get mad and angry or just give an opinion, listen, it's a great phone to buy. If you're upgrading from older devices, from the 12 back, do it. Do it. If it's in your budget. Listen, I'm not telling you spend money, you know what I mean? If you're shopping outside your budget, relax. If it's in your budget, do it. If you're coming from the 13 Pro Max and you want to get here and you want to get the USB-C and you want the, lighter weight, do it. If it's in your budget. I gotta always throw that out there, disclaimer, because I'm not trying to spend your money. You feel me? People always like, why you don't pick? Why you don't like to suggest? Listen, follow your gut. You feel me? I'm reporting. If your gut, after you watched my video, made you buy, then you followed your gut. I had nothing to do with it. Buy them. Buy them. Buy them. Buy them. Buy them. They're great, bro. They're good phones. The haters gonna hate. But me, my iPhone 15 Pro Max and 15 Pro are great. Nah, real talk, bro. Hit the comment section if y'all got questions or anything that you want me to talk about in my upcoming long-term review. I want to give you guys an update. I'm enjoying them. Man, iOS 17 been running smooth. What? Hey, Apple hater, I see you right there. Come here. Oh, you don't think I see? Ooh. You technology snobs. I done just about had it with all of y'all. Listen, duck.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. Need no middleman, I'm the man to man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights is sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night.